Welcome back to the channel, guys. This week we're going to go back and have a look at my thoughts on the Invert Shows UK Capital Show at Kempton Park Racecourse, and also move a couple of Tliltocatl vagans. The Invert Shows UK Capital Show, London, at Sunbury-on-Thames, Kempton Park Racecourse, happened on the 28th of April, Sunday just gone, and it was a really good venue. I did say before that the venue has been good in the past for various shows and events. The car parking is the main thing, in my opinion. A lot of the shows that we go to during the year, the car parking is an absolute nightmare. Brighton seems to be the highlight of that. There is virtually zero parking if you get there any time after about 9:30, 9:45. The car park fills up and it's all street parking, and I do hope that they manage to find a bigger and more suitable venue for their shows in the future, because it's a bit of a pain. But the Kempton Park Racecourse, huge car park, massive car park. It's the first show really where we've had like people telling us exactly where to go as far as parking our cars is. We were helping out on the Steve W Exotic stand, and as such we got there a little bit early, and when we got there the car park was pretty empty, and we were there about 20 to 10. So it was like, you know, pretty good. The queues were starting to build as we sort of pulled into the car park, and yeah, the show overall, the venue inside, very long venue. So if you were down the far end as a trader, it probably took a while for the general public to get to you. The people who were right by the door seemed to be the busiest to start off with, and during most of the day. We were sort of stuck in the middle of the venue, and it was a pretty good location. It was quite nice. We did have it was a bit crowded where we were, due to people's hoardings and things like that. But overall, absolutely brilliant day. Absolutely love spending the time with Steve and Callum and Jay. Absolute brilliant bunch of people, and the day just flew by. We had a lot of people come and say hello to us, just for chats about spiders and stuff like that, and it was really nice just to meet some new faces, talk to people who are new to the hobby, help them choose first spiders and things like that, and just give them some general advice. It's always nice to sort of engage with people like that and people who are enthusiastic. Steve sort of leaves me to the spider end and lets me just get on with it. But it was quite nice. We managed to sell quite a few of his Exo Terrors and quite a lot of the spiders he had on there, and a lot of hissing roaches. So it was a good day overall for everyone there, and a good laugh mainly, which is always nice. Did get to meet a few friends, in particular like Jeremy. Love Jeremy to bits, he's absolutely awesome. We've got Phil, Amy, Chris from Creatures of the North, you've got Ling there, Leah, Terry, and everyone else that I've probably forgotten, like Luke. It's always good to catch up with Daddy Spar as well over on Smart Spiders. Go and see Ian from Backmar and Graham. Steve Thornton was there, he was helping on Spider Shop, and it was really nice to catch up with Steve. I haven't seen Steve for quite a while. We also had Dave Little Beasties was there, and speaking of, Dave's awesome. And there's probably loads of people I've forgotten about. There was a lot of friends there who weren't trading, sort of come and say hello as well, so it was really nice to catch up with them, people who subscribe to the channel and stuff like that. So overall, brilliant day, loved it. I did not buy a spider, and so that's the second show this year where I've actually gone and managed to stick to my guns of not buying an animal. I don't have enough room here at the moment, and with the breeding projects I think it's just a little bit silly if I do start adding to the collection, because we have a lot of breeding projects going on. I have managed to have a reshuffle in this room, and it's given me behind here some more desk space, which is awesome, and it's at the expense of the fact I've had to clear a shelf up here and put some smaller spiders up on the wall. What did I pick up? Well, a lot of dry stock. So MK Exotics, I picked up their grub den. I absolutely love that for the beetles, because it's got a lot of leaf mulch, rotten wood, things like that in the soil, packed with nutrients. And when I'm doing maintenance with the beetles, as you saw in a recent video, I scrape out the top few layers of poop and then put this new substrate in, and the grubs eat the thing to shreds. It's also good for like the millipedes, and it's also good for my roaches, like the Cuban burrowing roaches that I've got, things like that. So yeah, I picked up 3 bags of that because they were doing a deal, 3 for a tenner, which is pretty good. That's 15 litres worth of soil for £10. I picked up from Leah at Unusual Pets. We got some bee pollen. I also picked up some Welsh moss for the Sturmy, which is now in there and looking lush. I've also picked up a few bags of leaf litter because I do like the leaf litter. I can't be bothered to dry it myself, which is why I go and just get it from her. It's just convenience. I know I could go to the woods, but it's just convenience for me. From Phil, I picked up some bat guana, some bat poop, for things like the panda kings. They absolutely love it. It's a great source of the food for them, for the ice pods. And that was pretty much it, really. The only other thing I did pick up was some jelly pots and also a load of sling vials. I picked up 100 sling vials. 100 sling vials seems a lot, but with the projects we've got going, it's going to be nowhere near enough. For those that know which projects I've got, and for those that know how many babies sometimes on a successful breeding some of these spiders have, I'm probably going to have to buy maybe 20 times the amount I've got. But we will see. Not all the projects are going to happen at once, so obviously I can reuse those pots, but I'm definitely going to need more than 100 if any of these actually come to fruition and are successful. Anyway, that was basically it. It was a brilliant show. It was busy all day. May not have been the best sale-wise for a lot of traders, but the atmosphere was brilliant. It was a really, really good show. I did manage to move some of my beanies. Some people came along and purchased some of the beanies, the Tarantula.Rookie beanies. I'm so pleased that people seem to like them, and I just wanted to thank you from the bottom of my heart for purchasing them if you did, because it really does mean a lot that people actually want to sort of get involved and buy those things. I do have a lot more. I will be having the beanies with me at the BTS on the 19th of May, where I'm helping Jeremy at Jeremy's Wild World. We're driving up together the day before. We're going to have a good weekend of it, and hopefully it'll be a brilliant day with Jeremy at BTS. Anyway, back to today. So, spiders I did get. There's a couple of projects going on. I have 2 spiders on loan from Chris, from Creature to the North, and he's an absolute awesome person for doing this, because he gave me the setups. I had the Exoterra with the spider in it already, and it's 2 Salmopea species. I won't go into too much detail about those at the moment, because I've got obviously future information coming for those. But there's 2 Salmopea species that I have. He gave me a female of one and a mature male of another. That will be a video in a few weeks once I've managed to pair those. Anyway, back to today. What have we got to do? Well, today we're just going to do a quick rehouse. I've got 2 spiders that need to move into different tubs. We have a vagans and a vagans. So one of the vagans has been sort of living the life in almost like a flavella setup. It does need to come out of that and go into a tub. So I'm going to give that a upgrade to a 1.5 litre tub. And then my other vagans, what we're doing is we're just moving it out of a Braplast. I'm going to give it a bit more depth. It's currently in a Braplast, and it's going to go into a 3 litre tub. So that's what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to move over to Rehouse Central, and we're going to get those set up. Okay, we are in Rehouse Central, and I've had this box, and I've never got round to taking this off, but thank you Callum for doing this. This is a spider I picked up from Charlie that was sent to Steve W and Callum, and they shipped it down to me when I saw them last. But yeah, thanks. I do occasionally. This spider is absolutely stunning. It's extremely lively though, but we're going to be moving it into this much larger setup. So we've got our cork bark, we have our water bowl, which we're going to just give a quick once over. We'll put the water bowl down here. The only thing we want to put in here is a little bit of leaf litter, which we have. As always, a little bit of leaf litter, rip some of it up. Sometimes the spiders use it for webbing, sometimes the spiders just move it around and chuck it all in the water bowl, but it's good to give them something to keep them entertained, I guess. They do like to move it around. You normally see them moving from one end to the other and then back to the other end. Only thing we don't have is water. So water, and we'll give the end of the enclosure a bit of an overfill with this. There we go. Right, we'll see if this one wants to play ball and just walk up. It may not, but we will try. We'll try it this way first of all. Right, we go this way. That's it, nice and calm. Come on. That's it, keep going. You're going the right way. That's it. Over the top. Over the top. You're almost there. Come on. Well, that's a bit precarious, isn't it? Don't sort of hang around on top of like that. Come on. Just try not to force you in. Well, it's just sitting there at the moment. Come on, we need to go in. Come on. Let's go round. Good, and then down. Let's go down. And we're in our new home. Awesome. Right, we're in. Spider's lovely. Do like the vagans. They're like, Tliltocatl are a very good sort of beginner species for like curly hairs and things like that. And some of the others like the Sabulosus, the Verdezi, Epicoranus and all that, very calm. The vagans tends to be the spicier one out of the lot, in my opinion and from my experience. So other people may have different experiences, but for me I always find these ones have got a little bit of spice to them. But they are brilliant eaters and always out on display normally. And that's it, this one's in its new home, and what we'll do is we'll switch over now to get the larger one out and move it across. The second enclosure looks a little barren at the moment, and the reason for that being is we are going to be moving our other vagans in, but we're going to be using the cork bark from there. So once the cork bark's in, I'll then put some leaf litter in. This spider is generally okay, and generally it's not too terrible with regards to bolting or anything like that. We'll take that out. What we're going to do is we're going to move your cork bark. So can I have the cork bark back from you a second without you flicking everything? Can I take this? Can I? Can I have it? Can I have it off your foot? Yeah? Good. Right. So what's cork bark? We'll just leave it. We'll leave it chilling there for a moment. There is a little tiny bit of mould in as well, which is not great. But another reason for a rehouse. So we'll give it its cork bark in there, so it's got somewhere to bury itself. Where are you wandering off to over there, you? Where are you going? You having a bit of playtime? Bigger water bowl. Something just a bit nicer for it to drink out of. Fill that up. And again, we'll overflow around the edge of this. Just get that corner soaking a little bit. The rest of the substrate's actually not too bad. Just that little bit. Right. Abdomen on these spiders is amazing, isn't it? I mean, the setae, the hairs, just so gorgeous. You can see where they get their name. Beautiful spiders, absolutely beautiful spiders. Tiny little bit of leaf litter, and then some big chunks of leaf litter. Couple of big leaves. Very basic setup, but as you can see, looks really nice. Right, I don't know if you're going to wander up like the last one. Maybe what we'll do is we'll take your water bowl out, And we'll give you a little walk in, shall we? We'll see whether you will. Move that to like there. And we'll see if you're going to just walk across. We'll see. Let's have a look. No, let's go that way then. Come on. Come on. You're going to be a pain as well, are you? Try and do this stress free. So come on. Let's go. Don't want to keep ushering you around. Right. No. Right. I'm not all about the stress in moving these, as you know. So what we do, take a cup, walk it into the cup, and then walk it out of the cup. Nice and simple. So let's move that out of the way a second. Let's move this into the centre where I can see it. And then what we do is we just walk him in the cup. Come on, this way. I know you don't want to leave your home. You've been here a while, haven't you? But as you can see, you need a slightly bigger place. Come on, let's go. Don't start with that. Stubborn spider. Things with these Tliltocatls, I think they're quite coming up to a new molt at some point in the near future, and they tend to become far more placid and docile and stubborn as this happens. It's not giving me any threat postures at all, it's just not wanting to move. So come on, walk you back. That's it, walk you back, walk you back. Get you on your two legs, another leg. We got you off of that substrate? We do. Good. Webbing up a storm in there, aren't you? Move that out of the way. Sorry dude, I'll jog you then. And we've got that in the new place, like that. And we can just move him down. Did give him a bit of a jog there, didn't I? Unfortunately. But that's okay, they're alright, there's only a little knock. Right, let's go this way then. Let's go down. Back down, alright. Come on. Let's go down. Keep in contact all the time. Best tip I've ever received. Reduces the bolts. Again, we're in no rush. That's it, onto the soil. There we go. Job done. Stunning spider. And this setup's more than adequate for him size wise. He's got loads of room in there now. And he's already webbing. Get those spinnerets moving. Beautiful spider. The carapace on these as well. It's just something else. Just the coloration, the dark with the light edge. And then you've got all the setae. Those lovely urticating hairs. Brilliant spider, love it. Right, there's two spiders rehoused. We'll go back to the other room. So that's the Tliltocatl vagans, or the Mexican red rump. Two of the spiders, I've got three of those. The other one's probably going to be due a rehouse after its next molt, I would think. But it's burrowed down and made quite a nice little enclosure at the moment, so I'm not going to disturb that. I have finally now though got rid of the Matt Smells box. I don't mind these tubs, but I do find that if you're using these, this little bit here, you have to make sure that is always secure, because they do bow slightly. I don't know if it's being picked up on the camera here, but you get a little bit of bowing on the lid where it connects, just here and here. So I do sort of worry that spider might bend those out and go, but I mean, yeah, they're used by a lot of people, so I don't see it being a massive problem. I just personally, it's in my brain that that's there. And I've also managed to finally reduce the amount of bra plasts I've got to 0. So I have spare bra plasts, and they're probably going to be used for some smaller species things, maybe not spiders in the future, but I like the click lids. I like having all the lids stackable. So moving out of the bra plasts, the tubs I use are always slightly deeper than this as well, so I can actually put a bit more substrate in. So I'm pretty pleased that we've managed to get those two out today. Rehouses went super smooth. They were extremely calm and docile. They're not always like that. Sometimes when you're feeding them, they've got a very good feeding response, but it's warm. They're near molt. They haven't molted for a while, those two, so they're starting to slow down a little bit for their molt cycle to begin, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong, who knows. They don't look dark enough yet to molt. They have got some amazing setae. They are a beautiful, beautiful colour spider. So if you haven't got a vagans, they are like one of the very, very common spiders. And yeah, I think there's something to step the game up a little bit after your brachypelmas that can be pretty docile. These ones can provide a little bit more spice in that sort of genus type area, the brachypelmas and the Tliltocatls. So, did you go to the Capital show? Did you enjoy it? What did you think? If you did go, what did you pick up? Let us know in the comments. I'm always interested to know what people bought, how they found it. And how did you find the rehouses? Do you have vagans? Let me know in the comments what you think. Nothing else really to say. This Wednesday, unfortunately, I am working another night shift, so I won't be doing my live this week, even though it was scheduled. So I do believe Leah, thank you very much, is taking over from me to do that this week. But yes, we'll be live next week anyway. Right. Thanks a lot, guys. If you did like today, please don't forget to give it a like. It does help out. Leave a comment if you enjoyed the show, or if you've got any other comments you want me to read. And I will catch up with you again next week, guys. Thanks a lot.